Starting a business is not a walk in the park, but it is worth the effort. And now I'll tell you what I learned at Centonomy. At Centonomy, I learned about how to create wealth. Everybody needs money. Wealth is good, wealth is sweet, but it has to start somewhere. And that's why for me, I felt that the kindergarten would be my start in the process of creation of wealth. We want to live in abundance. And the first lesson I learned at Centonomy was how to do personal money management, how to do my budget, tracking every expenditure of every day. In that way, I was able to know which part of my personal needs takes up more money, and if it's not necessary, how I would cut it down. Tracking that my budget or how I spend my money made me realize that sometimes I spend a lot of money on things that are not really worth spending for. And then, of course, I learned the value of money, that the money now, a shilling today is not the shilling tomorrow, because money depreciates in one way or another. So I learned that if I want 20,000 shillings in the next 1 month, well, there's a calculation you do of how much money you need to invest now for that value to be at 20,000 shillings next month. That was very valuable because I realized that my present personal financial need may be probably 50,000 shillings per month. But in 50 years to come, when I will be 60, of course, that's not true. But at the point of retirement, I need to know how much money I will require to have to be able to live the life I'm living today at 50,000 shillings per month, for example. I also learned about debt. I was very fearful of debt, especially debt from the loans from the bank. But then I realized, no, I learned that debt can also be good. And it's good to know the difference between the good debt and the bad debt. We have mortgages, we have credit cards. It all depends on how smart and suave you are to use debt to work for you. And then there was the personal financial planning. Especially for me, I am very concerned about my retirement. I have seen very many people who are doing very well between the ages of 30 and, let's say, 40. And I realized that by the time they're hitting 60, they are almost paupers, and that up to the day today is a very great concern of mine. So I have learned that I need to start preparing for retirement. And one of the reasons why I decided to jump out of employment and venture into self-employment is that for sure out here, if you're suave, if you become good in business, you can have a very good retirement. To me, Little Stars and Kids Company will open up a very good retirement plan for me, because 5 years from now, I plan to have at least 5 branches in Nairobi, Thika, and Nanyuki. And well planned, I will have a wonderful retirement. And then I also learned about insurance, medical cover, how to cover yourself for eventualities. Whether they happen or not, it's good to be covered. Insurance is important. It's good to have general insurance. It's good to have medical and life insurances. And actually, I have to say the truth that 2 days ago, I actually did meet a very interesting man, and he sat me down and gave me two options that I could have in covering my life, covering myself in case of full incapacitation. That's an English word. But in case anything happened, like an accident, and I cannot work, I can be taken care of by an insurance cover. Washeke also taught me about properties. Centonomy talked to me about how to invest and invest wisely. Property. Yes, we are all running out there looking for plots so that we can sell them in about 5 years from today. It's called what? Prospecting with land. Sometimes it will be a very smart idea. Probably buying a house in Umoja and selling it 5 years from now is much better than buying a house in Lavington and selling it after 5 years.